There's obviously but you can admit there's incredible chemistry between me and Colton.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's almost like too much.
Yeah, like you definitely don't need a guess.
To drag out horror.
Anything you would cut or keep in.
I can't read you. I'm like, are you pissed?
He did the same thing to me for 2 weeks.
No, I'm scared of you.
I can't.
I'm actually scared of
and then
you
you know what
too.
he'll say? He'll say, "I blame it on your eyes."
Well, your eyes are attacking. Wouldn't look into his eyes. Look into his.
This is my listening
Isn't it
thing.
uncomfortable?
Yeah,
I
I'm
actually
getting like
practice
lion.
my.
Lion, yes.
Lion. Like a predator
What are you
waiting
getting
to
from-
pounce. Not like a child predator, but like a
Speaking of child
Wait,
predator,
what are you getting from me?
scared. Prey, definitely
Yeah,
prey.
Prey?
Yeah.
Predator, prey.
Speaking of predator, we just found out that you moved into a predator's house.
Yeah, apparently my apartment was a sex offender's home.
Did they disclose that?
No. Well, I mean, he left.
Oh, but like, no, I know. And he's gonna live in the closet. Don't they have to disclose that in California? I think they have to disclose that.
The sex offender lived here? I think
Yeah.
only if it happened here. Do you think it happened here?
No. That's
Well, he
a good
lived here
question.
for like 7 years, so.
Wait, so you do know about him?
I only know that he was a musician and that he lived here for 7 years.
Everyone kept on being like, "Yeah, he did that, but he
He's
was a
a good
musician."
guy.
No, yeah, but he was a musician.
My neighbor was like, no, he had a sexual assault issue, but he was such a good guy. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I don't know.
I guess there's two sides of people.
But then he said the guy slept with a 17-year-old, I believe he said.
Yeah.
And which is, I guess, bad, but at the same time, like the first episode of Queer as Folk, Brian Kinney is 30 years old and he sleeps with Justin, and Justin's 17. And that to me was true love.
yeah, actually,
Call me by your name.
it didn't work
Call
out.
by your
Similar.
name. Gay, it's actually okay if you're gay.
Yeah, that's
Just
what they
like
say.
Yeah. When you were 17, did you sleep with anybody?
Yes, but it was, within the same age range.
He was 17. He? He?
Yeah, no, I've never slept with a woman.
You slept
Oh,
with 50.
that's a
Wow.
lot. Yeah, and actually, I
50.
blame it on not knowing. Well,
Every
there's
time
a lot of blame I do, but the first time I tried to fuck, neither of us knew what we were doing, and no lube, nothing. We're just like, why isn't it not work? Are you not hard enough?
Yeah. Yeah, and that's on the effects of
okay, it's
pornography.
Okay, so you would. Oh, I never watched to the beginning. I'd always skip to the end.
Yeah. Well, they really should include the parts where you like the actors like warm up and put
Yeah.
on lubricants and,
And breathe.
all that sort of stuff. Yeah, do
And breathe.
stretches.
Do you know about the
You said you-
Q moans? There's Q moans of this is gonna be a good moan and this is a moan of too much, so that they don't have to break, and so that they don't have to be oh stop.
So
you
like
just
their
be
safe word is like a type of moaning.
Yeah, it's is good, and then is bad, but it's different for every actor. But we know that.
Are you guys moaners?
No, I'm a dead silent. I'm done.
Are you?
Yeah, dead silent.
Really?
Yeah.
Nothing?
Yeah.
I hate that.
I kind of read the room.
Wait.
I read the room like I think I kind of meet the person halfway. Like if they're dead silent, then I'm not gonna start making noises. But if they make noises, I will kind of adjust.
Okay.
like an actor.
That's beautiful.
Adjust.
Improvising.
I love that.
Yeah.
You can ask me.
Yeah, I bet you're oh wow, do you hate me?
I like.
Oh wow, this is good for me. Is it good for you?
I actually do love verbal. I love verbal.
Turn into an old timey chap.
Oh boy. Yeah, I love verbal. I love talking.
That's good.
Actually,
what
like
happened,
Oh,
on your
yeah.
date yesterday?
Oh wait. Okay, well, we can talk about that. But I did have sex in here yesterday. But hey,
Here?
well, you said you had history to talk about first.
No, I didn't say history. Wait, did I?
Yeah, you said.
Well-
Oh no, you said news.
News.
News to me.
News
is
is
history.
So if you know, that's a rule now. That's true, actually. There's one thing that I found out, and there's two things. One's more interesting. One's more of football. So,
Ugh.
so there's a guy, and he is really good at football, and he was on the Houston's, raped a bunch of massage therapists.
That's bad. Usually it's the other way around.
Then he got traded to, I think, is the Browns, which is Chicago, right? Who knows?
No.
No one knows.
That's the
No one
Bears.
can possibly know that. And for the most money ever. So he did a bunch of rape, and then they drafted him for the most money ever. And then their news conference was, I know a lot of us, not all of you guys are not as comfortable as we are with this.
That's actually crazy.
Yeah.
We all know that you guys aren't comfortable with that he raped people, but we are because he's really good at football.
We don't even think about it.
Yeah.
That was the news conference. So that was one news story.
Did you have anything to add?
No.
Okay.
The other one was Latinos are becoming a lot more conservative.
That's actually true.
I heard an hour newscast about
My
it.
straight friend told me that.
Did they say why? I think it's a Christian thing.
That and yeah, I think also they don't like being called Latinx either.
We do need to stop giving people names.
We're changing their language and being like, "You're welcome." It's like they're like, "We didn't ask for that."
He said, "No problemo, buddy."
Yeah. Do you have anything to comment on either one of those?
No, but I'm familiar with that data about the Latinx preference.
people hate it.
Gallup did a poll, and I think
Gal Gadot.
Gallup,
Yeah.
the Gallup panel,
She was-
or
in
maybe
her
it was Pew
sexy
Research
French
actually.
accent.
Yeah, and they
I don't like
found
her.
like a tiny fraction of folks who identify as
her.
Latino or Hispanic. Tiny percentage have even heard of it, and those who have, like, very few preferred the term. And actually, most preferred Hispanic or Latino as the like gender neutral version. So it's interesting. You know, you should consider that before you just like choose which label somebody uses.
Well, there's like, I don't even want to say what I was going to say.
Say it.
There's a bunch of different types of people.
And you have a problem with that fact, bitch. Okay, if you have a problem with what Colton just said, then get out. Okay.
It's just so boring. It's like, okay, so some people grew up here and have different values than the people that grew up in other places, and it's like, yeah, okay, I get
Literally
it.
everything.
And then, I'm sorry, we can't group you together in one word. Fuck you. Fuck you. We wanted to say Latinx. Like,
yeah, no, it's crazy. And if you like Latinx, you live in Portland.
yeah.
And I lived there for 4 years.
But I like to call them Latinx, and that's fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
Latwinks?
Did you do anything bad this week? Or we're gonna do our segment. Did you do anything bad?
Okay.
So,
So, what's the bad thing you did this week or this year or in life?
do you have any enemies that would be like,
Yeah,
well,
you seem like someone who would have enemies.
Not any new ones.
Yeah.
No. I've been keeping pretty safe and pretty nice over the last few months. I'm trying to make new friends.
Yeah.
Something bad, because I was raised, very like fiscally conservative. I spent too much money this week, but it was like
what?
mostly
On what?
on therapy.
That's
so
not-
that's a good thing. So it's like, but in my brain and program to be like, that's bad.
But like what you just did is like when you're in a job interview and they're like, "What's
Yeah.
your
I
biggest
flipped the
weakness?"
question
Yeah.
on you.
And
Yeah.
that's absolutely.
I think that my
but-
biggest weakness is that I'm so perfect.
Yeah.
that I always finish the job at hand. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
fuck off, Lauren Conrad. She says that in the first episode of The Hills.
And also, we have notoriously, she's our biggest enemy. So
I actually met her once.
Yeah?
I went to a book signing, stood outside for 2 hours with my sister. Met her. Guess what? I was like, "Can you take a funny picture?" She said, "No."
yeah,
I said, "Okay." She's really skinny.
I can't believe she doesn't seem like a reader to me that she would write.
She
a
actually
book.
wrote. She's written like 15 books.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, people can talk without meaning all the time.
Yeah.
The bad thing I did was trust my psychiatrist. I think she's bad for my mental health. She's like just prescribing all of this shit, and I'm like, okay.
I think you should. Yeah, I think if you don't know, Colton's bipolar.
And if you don't know, now you know.
I think you should get off your meds.
That's the thing. I think the bad thing that I'm gonna do that's probably good is I'm gonna stop. Colton's off his meds, so these next 4 episodes are gonna be.
Are you off your meds?
Not yet.
Okay, let's do it.
You might want to taper.
Yeah,
Just
let's-
my read of the situation.
Stay on them.
He is not even in grad school yet.
Yeah.
He's already
Okay, he's
a
so
pompous. What?
You actually probably know if you're watching this. You probably know if you're on TikTok. You probably know Greg. I was following you before I met you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make really funny videos on TikTok.
Thank you.
And so the bad thing you did this week. Sorry, I'm just trying to plug you.
What is your favorite thing about Greg's TikToks?
Well, they're funny.
Okay.
but
What genre of funny?
Did you say what you did this week that was bad?
Yeah, I'm gonna go off my meds.
Oh wait, you're going off your meds, and you spent too much money on therapy. That's your final answer.
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay, I had sex with 2 people yesterday.
At the same time?
No, no.
How soon till the next one?
Like-
Did you schedule both of them and we're like, how am I gonna make all this work?
No, they were like 4 hours, and it changed.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you had sex.
I was feeling it. You ever
with
have that
one?
mood? I'm like nervous. To tell you guys this.
Why?
I don't know. I was like a horny little whore yesterday.
Sometimes I get hornier after I have sex.
Yeah, so I'll tell you what happened. I was messaging with this guy on Grindr who is straight and in between relationships as a girlfriend, and I did just suck his dick. He said, "You can come over and I'll suck your dick." Because I was like, and guess what? He was like, "You're really good at this." I swear to God.
way.
He was like, because famously, guys have never told me and Colton if we're good at sucking dick.
So you got your first compliment.
I got my first compliment. So actually, when we get 10,000 followers, we actually are having a guy come in, and we're both going to suck his dick for 30
For a
seconds.
contest, yeah.
For a contest. Did I tell you this? Okay, yeah. Great.
Wait. Can I just reenact the moment? Wait, you tell me you're really good at this.
All right, you're really good at this. Yeah, I was being like a little slut yesterday. I was like, oh my God, I'm like sucking this dude's dick. It's also huge, which was crazy.
I feel like, okay, I also wanted to ask, is there, in Chicago, I feel like they have too big of a dick. Atlanta, too big of a dick.
Yeah.
Austin, I'm feeling like,
There's all 6 to 7.
yeah, regular size, just
Yeah.
run-of-the-mill dicks.
Yeah.
And in Chicago, it's like these Polish dudes that are like, oh, your dick isn't 10 inches. It's like, shut the fuck up.
Were you getting plowed out in Chicago by 10-inch dicks?
No, I don't have too much experience with that. That's quite large. That seems like quite large. You must have a different sample size than me.
I think it maybe just is proportionate to my butt. And they're like, that'll fit in there. Yeah?
Are you saying that your ass is blown out?
No, I'm saying that I have a very bubble ass. And people go, oh, I could stick a bubble.
I know, but I don't think the bubble means how big your hole is.
That's what they say.
What, do you have anything to say about that?
I'm not a medical professional.
Okay,
I
okay.
can't comment on that.
Okay.
What does it say about my mental health that I think that about myself?
I can't comment on that also.
Okay, well, I guess
yeah.
I'll just have to go off my meds and find out.
Yeah, and if he goes off his meds, that's kind of on you.
Yeah.
Okay.
To be
but
honest with you.
Okay.
You should have disclosed that this advice is not.
Unlicensed.
Yeah.
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 You should have
Uncertified.
disclosed that for
Yeah.
sure.
And then, do you want to hear about the second guy?
Oh, yeah. Wait. And then so he leaves and you go,
Well, then my friend who I haven't talked to in 2 years called me. We had a 3-hour phone call, and then I got off the phone with her, and this guy messaged me, and he was like, he actually sent me voice memos, which gets me every time, and he was like 40. He was 45.
Yeah.
And he came over. He was like, "Yeah, I'll come over," and then he came over, and he was very verbal. He wanted to do like dad son talk.
wait, that's the craziest thing to me because you're the top.
You know what's crazy?
And I just love the idea that the son is fucking the dad. That's just insane
for
to
me, for me, the son always fucks the dad. That
That
always
never happens.
But can I tell you what happened here yesterday? He was desperately trying to fuck my ass. I've never bottomed, and he was desperately trying. He was like,
Dad? Because you're still in character? I don't think I'm ready for that. You're ready for that. I'm proud of you.
He was like so verbal, and you know, he was like.
So wait, was he getting fucked in the ass and be like, no, I want to.
No. Like before that anything happened, he was like trying to fuck me in the ass like 9 times.
Yeah.
And I literally thought to myself, I go, I'm being Colton right now.
Such a Colton
Which
move.
now my thing is, if a guy's trying to fuck me in the ass, I'm being Colton. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's...
and then I kept being like, no, no, please don't fuck me in the ass. And then at one point he goes, okay, you need to calm down. I'm not gonna rape you.
That's nice.
I was like, yeah. Do you have anything to say about that?
I'm sorry that happened to you.
I actually had a great time.
That sounds fun.
Yeah.
I'm not sorry. I'm happy that you
Thanks.
got your rocks
I
off.
did let him put a finger in there, which was crazy.
Oh, okay.
Which finger?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Which were you facing down?
No.
You were
I
like
was
this?
like, yeah.
You hate that position.
I hate that position because I look fat that way. I don't bottom because I feel like I would look fat bottoming.
I don't have any comment on that.
Okay, great.
Okay, great.
Yeah. A little reserved today.
Yeah, I'm just it's my first time.
Yeah.
on
I'm
like
so sorry. We're being
like
so
a
exclusionary.
Podcast with video.
Oh, gotcha. Well, you look great.
Thank you so much.
Let's make it more about Greg, because clearly we're making it about us. I did tell you that we ignore our guests.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's great. I'm just here to listen and have fun.
Yeah, okay, good. I love that the person who has literally a bigger platform than us, we're just like, thanks for being here.
Hey, for now, you
Yeah.
guys will catch up.
Do you love having we actually had a doctor on who has
Monkeypox.
who had monkeypox.
Not on this couch.
No.
We zoomed
we
it in.
zoomed.
Okay, good.
We zoomed it.
Which, by the way, I don't know why we kept saying he had like 1.2 million followers. He doesn't even have a million.
And we had some freaking
Yeah,
Is he like a notable gay doctor or something?
yeah, it's that gay
It's
Where's he
that
from?
gay doctor.
TikTok.
Oh, yeah. I think
that-
he and I are mutuals, actually.
Yeah, so he.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think he absolutely regretted coming on the podcast.
Yeah. Because I did say, that was fun. We should do it again. And he did not respond.
Oh.
Also, he's like your best friend.
No, I don't know him other than, being mutuals on TikTok.
Well, he was like we were like, what are you doing today? He's like, I have to go pick up my tickets for La La. And we were like, what's La La? Do you know what that is?
Lollapalooza.
Yeah. We didn't know that. We were like, doctors shouldn't go to Lollapalooza. But we had him on, and now we have you on. We want to talk about I'm sorry.
Now everybody's caught up. I guess, were you going somewhere with that?
No, I thought I was, but then, yeah.
We're talking about TikTok.
Yeah. Do you like having a following? He doesn't. He said it's really annoying.
It was weird when it started because I, like many people who were doing comedy, I was doing like improv and sketch for years and never imagined what it'd be like to have an actual following on anything.
Yeah.
So I think when it first happened, I was really stoked. And it is like the first time you have a video go viral, it's like being on crazy drugs. It's a crazy high. And then
What was that video?
it was very bizarre. I had been quarantining in the woods during COVID, so I could like quarantine and then go meet my niece. And I made this unhinged video where I was just doing a Bjork voice, being like, "Oh, the bark on the trees is like sweater for the trees," and then it ends up I burn these logs that I endowed as children. So it's like the burn the children video. It's very strange.
fun.
Yeah, it was a very strange, goofy character.
Yeah.
And that went viral, and I got like no joke, like I went from 100 followers to 30,000 from one video.
That could be us.
It could.
I think it's the sucking dick thing. Unfortunately, that we have to reach 10,000 before we
Yeah.
get there.
Yeah, but it's very strange. So like a lot of my early following was a lot of young people, and I would look at their profiles, as I was getting floods of notifications, I was like, who is following me? And it was like a lot of kids, and I felt strange because I was
Yeah.
like, I have like 13-year-olds following me. So I felt some sort of like duty to not make content that was like too edgy or, adult, I guess.
And did you stick with that, or
For like the first year, I think I kind of liked making sort of like weird dark characters, like a witch character, or
Yeah.
a mother tucking her kid into bed and then there was a monster under the bed or whatever, but then I wanted to like do more stuff like stand up and branch out, so I started writing comedic monologues, and those started doing better, so I kind of shifted towards my more natural sense of humor, which is just like drawing from real life and turning it into comedic stuff. So now it's fun, but it's different than you'd think. It's kind of weird. Like you'll post a video on TikTok and it doesn't get any views, and then you'll post another one a few weeks later and it gets 30,000. So it's very hit or miss.
It's psychotic.
It is psychotic. Yeah.
It's not cool.
No.
Yeah.
It's like playing the lottery sometimes. You'll pull it 10 times and you get nothing, and then suddenly you get another boost. TikTok's a weird platform in that way.
What are you doing, Trevor?
Trevor?
Are you kidding?
Hey, the battery's low, and I was trying not to interrupt.
Your phone is always dying.
It's because it's always filming. Like that takes a lot of battery.
It does.
We got a lot of angles, so this is perfect.
On another subject, when did you lose your virginity?
I think I was 18. Yeah, if we're counting like penne, like penetration.
Oh, incredible.
Yeah.
Do you count penne?
I do not call it penne because it just reminds me of pasta. And
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Penne
Like
pasta?
a full plate of penne, Yeah, I was like 18.
Okay. What happened
Let's
at
move on.
17? What happened at 17? Because we
Oh, were
did.
you out in high school?
Yeah, I started coming out in stages, so I like told some people I was bisexual when I was a freshman because I thought I might have a crush on Hermione from Harry Potter.
That's amazing.
Well,
That's
yeah,
so
not
gay.
the beginning one with her frizzy hair.
Right.
My friend did actually. And
In
I
her
remember,
teenage
you're a
years, yeah.
psychopath.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of closeted gay boys like pick a woman. You know, it's like that's my girl that I'll tell people I'm into.
I told them Paris Hilton.
Interesting.
I had a cardboard cut out of her in my house.
Yeah, it was Emma Watson for me.
Yeah, she's such a nice girl.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
You've met her?
I just watch videos of her interviews sometimes.
Oh yeah, I like her American accent.
Yeah, the bling ring was huge for me.
I never saw that one.
Okay.
Cool.
I'm trying to think of that lady from that 70s show,
Oh,
Mia.
you know that the
lady?
mom from that '70s show lives in my hometown in Lee.
Do you know her?
I've seen her at the grocery store.
Cool.
Love that. Thanks for watching.
Okay,
And we're back.
And we're back. Welcome back.
Did you have a crush on Kunis?
Kunis.
Mila Kunis.
Kunis. That's who I told people. I was like, she is the best body, dude. And whenever people would be like, dude, she has great tits, I'd be like, yeah, what I like is a small waist.
That's so toxic.
Were you guys out in high school? Have you talked about that on the pod yet?
No, we also don't remember what we talk about on every pod, so we'll just keep talking about whatever.
Okay.
I was not out in high school. I came out at 18, and then Colton wasn't either.
I came out after hair school. So
Which is
I
really
went to
bad.
college and then hair school. I modeled in Paris, had a Parisian girlfriend. Came back, I was like, I love fashion and hair.
So they
Not
knew.
dick.
fucked 50 girls in hair school.
Jesus.
In hair school? No.
High school?
No, just like the entirety of
My life.
yeah. I actually had sex with a girl last year in a foursome. Her boyfriend
I
was
fingered a girl.
Okay. Let's hear about it.
No, you
No.
I'm sorry. Look at me.
Listen.
I'm actually sorry. I'm actually
How
sorry.
are your
No, I know.
fingers? I'm so
Stop.
worried about
No,
your
no,
fingers.
no.
Do they
I
still
feel like I'm hanging out with
smell?
straight guys that are
It
like
actually-
bragging who's
No, it
slept
actually
with more women.
Don't put that on us. That
Firstly, how dare you?
that's really fucked
wow.
up, Greg.
Wow.
To be in my studio apartment right now, attacking us.
It's just like two sweaty straight guys. Like
We're
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh my god.
I don't mind though.
Yeah, whatever.
I actually can't smell because I thought it was because I broke my nose 7 times, but it turns out the concussions were the
It's
reason.
probably the coke.
No, that's not.
Well, it was
came
a
lot.
huge coke problem. We're both sober. We're both 7 months
Okay,
sober.
I was like, I had, but then I was like, I guess still you never recover.
Wait, no, I think they say you do recover.
Oh, that you do recover?
That's like AA. They go AA. We do recover.
Oh.
But we're not in AA.
But don't they say
No, I don't
relapse
think
is part of recovery? Is that one of the
Yeah.
12?
We're actually not in there.
We don't know.
Yeah. Colton went to rehab and I just did it on my own.
I see.
Yeah. And you do drugs and drink.
I have like a social engagement with alcohol.
When did you start drinking alcohol?
I remember going to a party in high school, sometime in high school, and not really being peer pressured because actually my friends respected that I didn't want to. I was like, no, I'm not going to drink until I'm older, and they actually respected that, which was really cool. And so they actually maybe played reverse psychology on me, where they were like, no, Greg doesn't do that. And then eventually I was like, oh, I kind of wanna. So I kind of like chose to accept the lack of peer pressure, and then eventually, had a drink, and that's about it.
I was 14.
We're in a pretty yeah.
Oh.
I was probably
All
like
that
16.
story, I waited my turn, and now it's back to Dylan. Back to Dylan. Let me tell you, that story was long enough. 14 for me. 14 years old. Some say too early. I say I couldn't wait to tell you.
You're so mean. You're such a mean person for doing that to me.
Okay, well, that's what happened.
So you had
I'm sorry about
an
that.
orgy?
Oh, yeah, you had an orgy. Sorry.
Yes, ecstasy and shrooms. I was going onto stage, and my boyfriend at the time called me. He was like, "Hey, are you down for an orgy?" And I was like, "Who?" And it was like my girlfriend and that South African.
Girlfriend?
No, my husband's like friend that is a girl.
Yeah.
And then this South African rugby player who was just like so hot.
Was he like have a shaved head?
No.
Okay. Okay.
We're not gonna out the people from his
His name's
foursome.
Owen, and he had a beautiful dick. I don't think that somebody's like, oh my God, I know that Owen. From
Did she have brown hair?
No.
Okay. I met a girl when I was visiting Austin who had a boyfriend.
She's from Seattle. Or somewhere else. I can't
Gross. So what happened?
I was trying to
were
get
all the
ready to get railed by this dude, and then he met me in the shower, and I was like,
And he was bisexual?
I think he was just like doing it to just like facilitate his girlfriend's whims, because he didn't seem that into it. In fact,
I'm sorry, I'm not gay. I'm just fucking you because my girlfriend wants to watch.
Right, like you know how like shrooms come like this,
Yeah.
and like you'll be in it and then you're out. Like when it was low, he would be like, "I was sitting in the back of my
that your
pickup
Australian
truck."
accent?
South African. Back of the pickup truck, and they killed this kid and they threw him over the side, and I just had to watch. And then my husband literally would come and just start sucking his dick again. And he would go, all right.
Oh,
So that's how that was.
I love that.
And then I was fucking the girl, and my husband came and tried to DP, and that was the end of it. He would try to fucking shove his dick while my dick was inside
the
of her.
same time?
Yeah, and she was like, oh, because she realized that her boyfriend was watching. The opposite happened. Like, he thought he was going to fuck one of us, and instead both of us were fucking his girlfriend. Two gay guys were fucking
That's
his girlfriend.
that's disgusting.
It was bad.
Not saying with the woman's disgusting, just, yeah.
Yeah, we were experimenting with our bodies.
I love that.
Yeah.
Give her
That's a good
experiment.
couple
Wow.
bonding moment though, like you and your husband just trying to DP a woman.
It was my husband kind of like she was on top of me like this, and he came up behind. I was like I saw like over her shoulder, and I was like, what's he doing back there? And then I just felt like his legs on mine. I was like, okay, what's happening? And then I felt like his paws on mine. I was like, he's trying to fucking DP this bitch. And that's she did one of the tuck jumping rolls. She rolled out of it.
Oh, wow. Good for her.
Yeah.
Having some self-respect.
It wasn't even a let's talk about this. It was
Are they all still friends?
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Oh, that couple did break up about 2 weeks later.
Oh.
I don't know if she just saw him in a different light, or he was like, you fucked two gay guys.
She was like, okay, so
I didn't think you were that type of woman.
I love that they're like, all right, well, we tried. You got fucked by two gay guys. You fucked a guy. Like, let's just end it.
Yes, we did. We've reached the pinnacle of us. You know?
Now, do you do things like that?
I probably wouldn't tell you about it on
Okay.
the podcast. I'm still figuring out
You're not-
how much
yeah.
of a freak I'm
Are
able
you-
to be honest about.
Are you looking at us going, wow, they'll just say anything?
They'll just say.
But
wow.
I will also say we have no one's.
Before you answer, follow up and justification.
You have an actual following. Like, we have nothing to lose.
Well, I just keep.
Literally.
We're both two deranged addicts
Yep.
who have nothing going on, who fuck women.
I feel like you might
wild.
want me to be like, no, no, you don't. You'll have one. You'll have a following
You have a following.
soon. I'll be opening for you.
Actually, the thing that I've figured
this
out
tattoo.
in life is that like if somebody around me is not comfortable with me saying the things I normally say, I don't want them around me. So like all of my friends very much expect me to say all the shit that I normally say because and I'll be that person to a goddamn stranger, which is too much for a lot of people. They're not in my life. I love it.
That's hot person
I
privilege.
really admire that. I think my brain is going.
I do.
Stop! He's telling us about his
No,
brain.
it's not
sorry.
like a really good reaction shot.
Yeah, thank you.
I in my head, I'm picturing my sister, who I adore, listening to the conversation we just had and thinking, of telling her something like, "What you just heard does represent an accurate picture of being gay." So because
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not gonna make excuses. I'm not gonna shame somebody for their experiences. And actually, she the first piece of one of the first pieces of theater she saw me do was I was in a show in Chicago called Steamworks the Musical.
Yes. Do you
you
know what that
familiar?
means?
No,
It's
tell
a
me.
bathhouse
Yeah.
in Chicago.
Have you been to a real bathhouse?
You had probably had to go to Steamworks to get a character.
We had to do we actually got free passes to go to do some research, so we knew what it was like. But she came and saw the show, and the show is like a take on Alice in Wonderland, but set in a gay bathhouse.
Yeah.
So there's all sorts of jokes about, all sorts of gay things and anal sex and whatever. And I remember my sister, God bless her, she, after the show, she's like, okay, so I think I know what a top and a bottom is, but just to clarify. And I realized I hadn't realized, like, I hadn't covered all this stuff with her yet. So it was a crash course in homosexualdy.
Yeah.
So you have like family, like you respect your family and like my parents, my mom, like, by the way,
It's a normal question.
Yeah.
no, like the way you're talking about it, like you're like,
So after that story, you respect your family.
well, like to me, my siblings are like roommates I used to have. Like we'll chat every once in a while, but they really mean not a lot to me. But do you feel the same? No, you like your sister.
My brother and my sister are my best friends.
That's embarrassing.
No, they're the best people in the world.
Okay,
I love them.
regardless- but I
I
think-
used to talk about all the women I used to fuck, and my dad used to be like, "Hell yeah, that's so funny! Oh my god!" Then it was like I started same conversation, but it was like I would lie about the gender, and he would like the story, and so then I started to like change the gender to what it actually was, and he'd be mad at me, like, "Oh, that's Jesus Christ! What the fuck? Why would you tell me that story?" I was like, "It's the same story. It was a dude, and not I came in his butt instead of a pussy, and it like changed his entire life." So I was like, "You have to be okay with this." So now they make intricate gay jokes opposed to
family
the like.
My family has seen me do stand up so many times where I'm like, I literally saying the most disgusting thing. My mom I'll tell her, do not listen to any podcast I ever do. She will Google this and she will find this and she'll listen, and she might be upset. But at this point, I don't really care.
I don't think my parents will. They don't like, they're not Googling me right now, but eventually they will.
Are they still together?
Actually, my parents divorced when I was a kid. So I grew up with two sets of parents, and then one of those sets then divorced, and so now I have a lot of different
It takes a
islands.
village.
It does, yeah.
And do you like those people, all of them?
Yeah, I do. And I had, there were strained, like many gay kids growing up, there were strained relationships through my coming out process. But something I consciously worked on, like rebuilding relationships with all of them as I got older. So, part of that is like negotiating the phases of like approaching gay stuff, and it's sort of like when do you tear down the Berlin Wall of gayness. But I really respect people that are just like, nah, I'll just completely like no holds barred, because you do, to an extent, you do need to push people sometimes, because if you don't, they are just going to stay in their comfort zone and just not address your homosexuality.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's like
I feel like I'm talking really serious, like
Well, no,
I'm
it's-
not being funny at all.
No, it's okay.
It's okay. No,
Okay,
it's
good.
fine.
No,
But one
Do
second,
it,
just
whatever you feel comfortable with. If you want to be funny, not funny.
yeah. But you could say a joke, and I would love it. But when I was like drinking heavily, it was like me hiding myself. So I just made that agreement with myself of like, hey, I'm allowed to exist, and my thoughts are probably what a lot of us are thinking, and you know what? And if they're not, I'm having a blast.
Yeah.
That's what I say.
Okay, that's what he says.
Welcome back. I would fuck Todd Glass.
Would you?
Yeah.
I got to
Although he's gonna-
I got to meet him.
Oh, it's you who met him.
Yeah, I got to
You
meet
told
him.
me that. Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
I thought it was you for a second.
No, I got to meet him, and you were like, "Did you fuck him?" I was like, "No, no."
So fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you didn't fuck him.
Where
No,
did you
no,
meet
no.
him?
It was just, it was a kind of a weird connection, but I got tickets to his show. I knew
At the Creek?
No, in Chicago. I knew somebody that knew him, and they got me tickets to see his show through him, and it included like getting to shake his hand backstage. Really nice guy.
He's great.
Do you guys think it's bad that I had sex with two people yesterday?
No.
No, do you?
No, I was kind of feeling like, am I a dumb little whore who deserves monkeypox?
That'd be my only concern right now, because I'm trying to get the vaccine before I have a
Yeah.
new partner. Right
Okay.
now. I would just be careful because you can get like
Okay.
supposedly like scars.
Oh,
Like,
no, please don't. We
I
had
don't
the
care about
doctor on.
anything
We
else,
had
but
the
if it's
doctor.
like
We had the doctor.
Oh, you had a doctor. He already
and
covered all this.
He hated us.
We were asking really good questions, and he was just a little concerned. That's all. You did ask him straight up, should I stop smoking?
I thought it'd be a funny joke.
That is funny to ask a doctor.
And he was like, I'm not going to tell you what you should or shouldn't do. I'm not licensed to do that. But I think everyone knows. He was like, I don't know why we sell cigarettes. I was like, because they're amazing.
Yeah, you need some sort of vice.
Do you smoke cigarettes?
No, but they go so well
You're a
with like a
mystery.
beer.
Did you say you're a mystery?
Yeah.
I mean, you just don't know him that well.
Yeah, we literally met like a month and a half ago.
I know. I'm sorry.
You're a mystery. Why are you hiding everything? We're just learning.
Yeah. I mean, why would you throw a seltzer?
What is this, a frat house?
Are you regretting doing this?
No.
Okay, great.
No.
Are you having fun?
Do you have any questions for us? That's a good question.
Yeah.
That's a
What do you-
good question.
what do you want to know about us?
Yeah.
Good question
I have a
is,
question
what about
for
us?
you both. When in your comedy journeys, did you really think like, or maybe you didn't even think this, like, when did you think like, I'm going to keep doing this because I'm good at it?
The first time I did stand up.
Wow.
Yeah. The first time I did stand up, I got a bunch of like, oh my God, this is your first time. How
Same.
amazing. And then I felt like it was really hard for me to translate a lot of my like new ideas. And I didn't understand that that was just like part of the process of like finding a new joke, running it a bunch of times, and just like really. So I went and I did UCB and the Groundlings in LA. And then I was like, oh, weird shit for absolutely no audience. I can do whatever I want. So, I mean, I don't know.
So the first
Right
time
away?
I did it.
Gotcha. So
Yeah.
you used to do improv
Yeah.
and sketch stuff?
Yeah.
Gotcha. And then you started doing stand up.
Yeah. I was playing competitive rugby, blew out my knee, moved to Denver. They don't have a great improv scene, but they have an amazing, and it's really hard to just like jump into an improv scene.
Yeah.
But they have an amazing stand-up scene. So that's when I started. Moved down here for 2 weeks. Loved it. Stayed ever since.
Gotcha. Yeah, I see you do a lot of shows in Denver. You must still have your connections up there.
Yeah, we're doing High Plains. You can see me at High Plains Comedy Festival. Maybe Dylan too.
Maybe me too. Are you going to help me with connection? Do you know Andy Main?
Yeah,
Oh, I'm good friends with Andy. Anyways,
she's great. She will not listen to this podcast.
No. Maybe.
She might. We're good. We're friends.
I'm friends with her. I knew her for years in Portland.
Great. I've known her for years too.
She hates me.
She loves me.
Anyways,
Wait, are you debating whether or not you should even? Because you're saying you're going to grad school to figure out.
It's kind of complicated. When COVID started, I opened up a few doors at the same time, and I'm kind of in that state where I started grad school, thinking I was really. I mean, everything changed when COVID happened, right? Like I didn't know what the world was going to look like when it all ended, so I decided to start investing in myself and like going back to school. I felt like I was undereducated, like I needed to use my brain for stuff, and then I posted some videos on TikTok and they started going viral, and it renewed a sense of like I thought comedy was dead for a little while because improv just stopped.
Yeah.
There's no sketch or improv shows. All the theaters in Chicago closed.
improv stopped.
One of them
Comedy's dead.
It really did.
Improv's over.
People stopped making jokes in 2020. Like
Yeah.
half of my friends basically gave up comedy because suddenly like there was bad things happening in the world and they couldn't make a joke. And I
need a
respected that
suggestion.
choice.
I need a stage.
Right. Yeah. So and like literally one of the major improv theaters in Chicago closed down permanently.
Yeah.
And the Second City was having talks about like cutting back stuff. It was just like there was all sorts of stuff happening. So I was really like, man, I kind of need to figure something else out.
Not Halpern. Yeah, Halpern. Is she
Sharna?
still? Yeah, she's still.
I think. Well,
I think she sold it, and she was fucking
she sold
pissed
it.
off at everybody because people tried to cancel her, and she was like, "What, me?" And so she lost a lot of support. And
Yeah,
I wonder.
I was never close with her or anybody else.
Oh, okay.
They, like ran that, so I don't really know much about it.
Okay. Well, I don't know. I like improv, but there's so much I guess there's really bad stand up too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's interesting because when you're watching improv, when you're watching it kind of like bad improv, you're seeing like people volley poor communication between each other. So at least you're sort of like watching people who are really bad at playing ping pong do that or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
But with stand up, it's like you're watching one person just like crumple in front of you, and I don't know which one's more uncomfortable.
You know what I've been thinking about? How you said neither one of us are drivers of conversation.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, we need to fix that.
Okay.
Here's a.
We
you
don't
guys
drive.
wanna-
We don't drive conversations. We're better at reacting.
Do you guys want an interview technique?
Yeah.
This is from motivational interviewing. You ask a person, "What question would you like to be asked?"
That's
What
I
question?
did ask that. No,
did.
I
No,
said
we didn't. You
I
wanna know
said
anything
what do
about
you want to know about me?
What's
What?
Can you read that again?
What question would you like to be asked?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know.
That's really
no.
fucked up.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you guys, neither of you. Well, you just started. You had a TikTok presence, but you just started posting comedy on it, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and do you
Greg
use
made
it
my
much?
video.
I don't.
Oh, okay.
No, he
I-
actually makes videos in his car where he's like, "I'm Colton."
Yeah, they're just. I do it for me.
That's
And I have not figured out the medium at all. Like, I don't watch my videos and go, "You son of a bitch, you got him again."
Yeah.
I usually am like, "Well, you posted something today, and that's a good start."
I can't believe you're not using your body.
Well, my
Your shirt-
body.
Shouldn't his shirt be off in every single picture?
I mean, like, do the Mateo Lane model, like show people you're buff, but maybe not
I
directly.
thought
know?
you were gonna say butt, and that's actually my grandma's biggest guff with me.
What?
My butt.
She doesn't
She'd be like, "Wow, you're so mature. Stop showing people your butt." And I'm like, "Grammy, you have no idea how much these people want to see my ass, because they're going, how big's that asshole?"
I don't. No one cares about the whole Colton.
Oh,
no.
Okay, on Grindr, people showing you holes.
I hate the whole pics.
I hate the
And
whole
I
pics.
hate the
but
whole pics.
you know that somebody
I
likes
don't
the whole pics.
I don't even like dick pics.
What?
I would prefer.
I don't understand what you
I
just
love
said.
dick pics.
I prefer
love them.
I prefer a bulge. Like I like a
I like a
mystery,
bulge,
and I
too.
like a Christmas package under the Christmas bush. Like show me a bulge, a mystery, and then I want to see what's in there. Like after more than one date.
Oh, so you don't? You wait to have sex?
Well, I didn't say that,
But my problem with that is
We are
that
to drag out horse.
no, wait. My problem with that is I know what's under there.
What do
You know what I'm saying?
I can kind of tell.
What?
I said I can kind of tell.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I
By looking
know
at
what's under.
someone.
No one's gonna whip out their dick, and I'm gonna go. What? But I only saw the bulge. You know, like
Yeah.
I feel like.
Yeah.
I feel like my brain has already been like. Nah.
When you say bulge, are you talking about you like it when it's soft?
no.
Oh,
You
hard
said
bulge.
No, I
bush,
mean, I just
too.
mean if
Yeah,
somebody's
do
gonna
you
send
like
me any lewd photographs, I'd prefer like clothes on. Actually, like for me, it's like a if you can wait, and I'm talking about like forming an intimate connection. If I actually want to date somebody, I'd prefer to like wait, and that sounds a little
You're not talking
old-fashioned
about
and traditional.
Grindr, or are you looking for that on Grindr? Because if you are, I might have to get real with you. You're looking in the wrong.
No.
place.
I'm
Okay.
not. I don't use. I wouldn't use Grindr to like find a date. Like
Okay.
Grindr is a that's a different tool in the toolbox.
For
like,
sure.
Like Tinder and Hinge is where I think you'd find people.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
I don't know that.
I will actually agree with you though, and when I say I do have one picture that I send to people, I find it's completely fine. I've sent out my dick to, I would say at this point, thousands of people. My rule is on Grindr: if somebody wants to see it, they get it.
Yeah.
But
Unlock?
It's so generous of you.
Thank you. It's it's a great pick, and
I view it as an art collection.
yeah, I have one that is like in sweatpants that I have now cut to shorts, of it hard, and it is it's a crowd pleaser.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
People-
a crowd pleaser.
The reason I like dick pics is because there's the angle, there's the background, there's the lighting. When did they take it? There's
Yeah.
so many things that one picture says about somebody. I always look in the back room, and if your place is a mess or there's like neon lighting,
I hate neon lighting.
Oh my god! If you take a dick pic with neon lighting, I judge you so hard.
Agreed.
Like that little strip of neon
That's-
or LED that they put up on the.
That's for like TikTok Gen Z people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would literally think like, oh, this person's doing great in life, and then they send a picture of their bathroom, like, ooh, I guess not.
Yeah. Do you have anything to say about that?
Or if they take shirtless pics in the mirror at the gym, I'm like, what are you doing?
The mirror at the gym is so interesting. I would never take a picture of myself at the gym, mostly because I look disgusting.
I would never let people catch me taking
Yeah.
a picture of myself at the gym. Because for me, it's more of the social judgment. Like, I'm afraid of people.
100%.
Oh, this guy thinks he's buff enough to be taking selfies at the gym.
Yeah. Well,
Is that the image that you're trying to curate is buff?
Yeah. What do you want your body to be?
What if you had to like cast yourself and you're like, I check all these boxes. What is your ideal role?
Like, he's a jock. I'm brave. What are you?
The Indian kind. It is appropriation.
I think when I was younger, I felt scrawny, and I
Yeah.
felt like I remember people calling me scrawny, and
I'm
so I
sorry.
internalized. Oh, it's fine. It's like there's worse things to be called. And
my dream is for people to be like, "You're so scrawny."
You're scrawny.
I want people to be like, "You're so."
and nobody
skinny."
wants to hear. Nobody wants to hear like thin people complaining about feeling like, oh, I actually weighed too little.
I
Yeah.
I
Everyone's
like
like,
it.
shut up.
No, everyone has problems.
Aw,
You're welcome.
Thank you for letting me have problems.
No, I love that. I love that you're thin.
thank you so much.
That's toxic, but whatever.
If not anything else, at least I'm thin. No.
Yeah.
I think because of that, all I really wanted to do was like fill out my shirts a little bit more and like have a little more presence in the room, because I do think that's a thing. Like if you have a little bit of arms or something, I think the straight
wouldn't
men in
know
the room
about
will
it.
pay attention. Yeah.
Flex.
Okay.
Flex on camera.
The amount of times that people have come up to me like, "What do you do at the gym, my dude?" It's just
I mean,
a
I bring
funny
it up
thing.
every time I see him. I'm like, "Whoa, look at those arms."
I worked out in
asked
2
you that,
weeks.
And you go, you know how you put weight on the end of the pole? Like, just take it off and use that weight.
Yeah.
And then I don't even know what that means. And then I was like, I'm not going to ask him.
Yeah.
Wait, you don't know what a plate is?
Well, you just hold the plate. So you like curl a 45.
So like they all have handles, right? The plate has handles.
The plate. The plate.
The plate.
That goes on the Olympic bar or whatever.
Yeah.
They have a handle?
He's going to a nice gym. He's rich.
Some do.
Which
Yeah.
gym do you go to?
Not even. Don't
You-
even have a bar.
He just runs.
Oh,
No.
well that's why
Stop.
might be why you're confused.
Honey, they don't have them outside.
The
Where are you
place-
going?
No, I just have a gym at my place. But like the.
It's so much better that the AC's on, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was sweating on my legs.
Yeah. Do you feel more comfortable with the AC on?
I do, but I do think it took a little bit of energy out because now we're comfortable. We're not like sweating nervously. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm fine with that.
Well, I feel like you're looking at us and you're kind of thinking, and I know Trevor was talking, but that doesn't matter.
I would cut it out.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's how
I can explain gym things. Although you are the guru, the fitness guru for the makeover challenge.
Well, yeah. So we are also finding ugly comedians, and it's a segment.
Thank you
called,
so much for
No,
having me.
not you, not you.
Not
It's called Change That,
Change
where we're
That.
gonna give them makeovers because they're gross, ugly pigs, and so we're gonna bring them from the gym. You know,
Don't change them. I like
No.
gross. I like ugly.
you like gross and ugly?
Yeah, I think it's.
What
I
kind
think
of
it's
gross and
fun.
ugly?
Oh, don't make me name names.
No, like
Just give us a vibe.
like give us a vibe.
I'm always attracted to guys where it's like they're kind of handsome in like the guy gets cast as the comedic character, not the lead. I'm like, oh, I like the comedic relief. You know,
Yeah.
I was always like drawn to the guy that they, you know, like the pudgy, friendly, you know, comedic relief
like
character.
Seth Rogen.
Yeah, precisely. In fact, one of my TikToks that went viral was like me casting a spell to get Rogan to fall in love with me, Seth.
God, that'd be so annoying.
or Joe. Would you fuck Seth Rogen?
No, he'd fuck me, but I mean, it's just what. That's the thing is, I would
don't get
do
it.
a lot for a career. Like,
But
oh,
what
I
would-
did told
what
you
would
briefly.
you do for fun?
What
I said, but what would you do for fun?
for fun?
Yeah,
What do you
sexually.
mean? Sexually? Who would I fuck?
Yeah.
Hmm. I mean, most people. I mean, I'm just. It's not.
I was on the phone today, and I go to my friend. I was like, he was like, "Would you suck that person's dick?" I go, honestly, I'd suck almost anybody's
Yeah.
dick. There's like, as long as they're showered, it's like everyone's dick can be sucked.
Like,
Yeah.
I would suck Donald Trump's dick
I think we
because
said that.
absolute like. could you imagine the regret of not knowing how
Yeah.
that was?
Would you suck
and
his dick?
like being the person to be like to go on like Fox and like he
Pissed in my mouth.
pulled his dick out and it smelled like Kentucky Fried Chicken because he loved it. It's greased up. Like,
Oh my god.
I would love to be that person on Fox.
So
Just-
you have standards.
I mean, I wouldn't say that, but
okay.
So you, yeah.
I
Okay.
was getting a little nauseous with that image you
Right. I mean, it's not like, oh, it's like I wasn't describing ice cream.
Right.
You know.
Right.
Some things are just like fascinating, like true crime murders. You don't want to go murder somebody, but
Totally.
it is interesting.
I do get that.
That's kind of blowjobs. You have to have every type of genre of blowjob, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we both would fuck basically anyone.
And basically anybody.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I think I had I think I had a chapter in my life where maybe that was more true, and you know, I'm trying to change things a little bit.
You're trying to be more spiritually whole.
You know, yeah, maybe.
I think
Yeah.
it's fuck great. I hear you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to at some
But
point. I've just lost a little bit of weight recently, and
Yeah.
Get after it.
I'm going after my little whore phase.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know?
And I say that with no judgment. It's
Thank
like my
you.
journey is totally, it's my own, and it's, you know, whatever might be working for me, it doesn't have to be the true for anybody
I
else.
think it's
No, it
the
does.
difference is, and it's maybe you and me different. I accept that as an possibility where I go like, if that comes into my life, and the situation is really that you're about to suck Donald Trump's dick, and you say no, you're saying no to life. Although, if I went and I was like making it my entire life's purpose to suck this dude's
Yeah,
dick,
that's different.
Right.
that's different, you know?
Yeah.
That's sad.
Yeah. Have you ever seen Silver Linings Playbook?
Yeah.
I love that scene where Jennifer Lawrence is like, she's like, you know what? I like that I'm dirty and slutty, and I like that about myself, and that's how I feel right now.
I love it.
Okay.
I love it.
Yeah. Have you ever seen Just Friends with that?
I love Just Friends.
I'm sorry I'm not poor. I'm sorry I'm not ugly.
Oh my
That's how I feel right now.
Yeah. yeah.
Do you guys
my-
feel judged by me?
No.
No.
Oh, good. Okay.
No.
No.
So yeah, you haven't done really anything bad. That's great.
I wouldn't
That's
say
good.
that. I wouldn't say that.
Well, you
Just-
don't feel comfortable telling us on the
Yeah,
pod.
yeah.
Okay.
What are you building right now?
In my defense, I didn't tell him it was video.
No, I got no context.
Oh. Would it be different if this was audio?
I don't know. I'd be wearing a different shirt.
Do you want to borrow one of mine?
No, it's too late. We can't refilm this.
Yes, we can.
No, we can't.
We could start all over again.
He literally would rather die.
We've been through a journey.
Yeah.
You don't want a different shirt?
Okay, well, now I feel self-conscious.
no,
Going on, and then we just.
Actually, to be honest, can I be honest? I actually don't want to put on one of my shirts because then it's gonna be like draping
Yeah, he's
over
gonna
him.
be
And
sweating
I'm gonna
in
feel,
it.
I'm gonna-
Okay,
I'm
okay,
gonna
I'll
be
tell you
like,
something
don't-
bad I did.
Yeah. Okay.
So I dated a guy who was. I've dated several guys that are larger than me, taller and heavier and whatever, and
Cool.
all shapes and sizes, as long as it's bigger.
Whenever someone's like, I actually fuck fat people, I'm like, that's actually so amazing.
Yeah. It's like my.
Wow.
It's,
Whenever someone's like, I really fuck fat people, I'm like, yeah, everyone's trying to fuck me.
yeah, it's like my community service. So I do,
Yeah, I
you
love
know.
that.
Yeah, thanks. And it was really terrible, but with more than one occasion, I was like, I'm gonna put on your clothes. And
That's a good joke.
One guy thought it was really funny, and then the next one, I think that was the moment he was like, "Yeah, breaking up with you is the right decision."
Oh. So wait, you guys have broken up and then you guys fucked and then you put on his clothes?
To be
Yeah,
like, look at me, I'm skinny.
I think that, yeah,
I'm skinnier than you.
yeah.
You're gonna break up with me?
What are you gonna do, fatty?
But I'm adorable in my clothes.
Yeah, that's exactly how it went down.
Okay. Well,
Wow.
So that's something bad I'm willing to say on
I
the
actually
podcast.
love that because it's like people could be like, that's fat phobic, but it's like, but he's fucking the fat people, so is it?
I don't know.
I love
Here's
that.
another terrible thing I did that was definitely a moment where he hadn't broken up with me yet, but he was like, yeah, this is not going anywhere. It was Valentine's Day, and I'd gone on like several dates with this guy, and we were at a coffee shop and on Valentine's Day, and I had a coffee and it went straight through me, and I went to the bathroom and just like blew out this toilet in a little coffee shop, and I came back to the table and I thought it would be funny to like whisper in his ear as if it was like something cute to say on Valentine's Day. I was like, I just destroyed that bathroom. And he didn't react.
Mm-hmm.
And then sent me a text the next day that was like, yeah, it's not working out.
Oh wow.
So
Do you
I thought that was
Do you like
hilarious.
shit humor?
I
Are you
mean,
are you and your husband bathroom open talkers?
I'm pee shy.
Oh, stop. We are pee
Same.
shy. Are you pee shy?
I am, yeah.
We are literally.
How do you get over it?
How do you get over it?
Okay, here's my trick, and I swear to God, this works pretty well.
Set
what-
the scene.
Okay, so I'm at
So
the.
we're all at the urinal.
Okay, we're all at the urinal.
There's no guards.
Oh, God.
Actually, it's one of the ones that there's a mirror. It's a trough and the mirror. Yeah.
So,
Oh my god.
nightmare.
so we're all there.
Yeah.
And we're on a trough.
And if
Yeah.
you look down, you're seeing all of our penis.
I also love looking over. Do
Okay.
you look over?
I'm not 6'5".
Okay, cool. Well, I meant like at the trough. I didn't mean like.
Oh, at the
guard.
trough?
I don't look over the guards, honey. That's assault.
You do. You do.
That's crazy.
Okay, scene.
I'm sorry. Wait.
So-
I apologize.
So we're all at the urinal. There's no way for me to go to a different one that's
There's
like
no
farther
stall.
down. So what I do is I look at the urinal. Usually there's like a print of whatever brand it is, like Kohler or something, sponsored by Kohler. And my brain, what I do is I take the letters that are on it and I make an acronym out of the brand because it's just your anxiety thinking too much about it. So I go, okay, if it's Kohler,
Yeah, no, we'll tell you what we do.
okay,
We know. And we have a little trick ourselves.
okay. I can't wait to hear it. But I just make up a really offensive. I think of like the worst words I can for each letter, like any slur, anything terrible, and
So
try
K,
to
just
or, like,
start there. What would you
it'll
say?
be like
What would you say?
Say it on the
Yeah, what would you say?
It'd be
What does
like
it start with
kill
an N?
Oh, wow.
our honest, lawyers or whatever. Like I think of some acronym that's like
Yeah.
dark, and by the time I get halfway through it, my brain is thinking like, yeah, that's inappropriate, and then the P comes, and I'm like, oh, thank God. And then
Okay.
once I'm going, it's fine. But that helps my P shine. It
I
really
love it.
does.
The problem with me is I get way darker, and I've thought a lot of K words that would really suffice to be inappropriate.
I
But,
can't think of any.
So
we'll
we
both.
We'll
We'll You okay?
You're okay. You're okay.
You're
You're
okay.
okay. You're okay. Don't worry about it.
He'll be like, you're at your friend Sasha's
I
house.
said, if Nissa, you're at
Nissa's
Nissa's house.
house.
You're at Nissa's house. Doesn't matter if everyone's in here. Who even cares? Like, it's a full process, and that doesn't even always work.
Yeah.
We
if,
actually
if,
even
if that
avoid-
doesn't work, I'll start counting a German and then French. And then by the time I'm just like, just pretend you went, and I'll go, and I'll go wash my hands, and then I'll try again later.
Oh,
I do
have
that
a
too.
question about that. So guys have pulled up to me, and they just start talking to me, and you can tell they're not peeing. And
Yeah.
then they just leave. Is that a pee shy person or?
No, that's a predator.
That's.
I think. And
Yeah.
I'll ask you where you think.
Do
this
you
goes.
pee with your pants down around
his
your
ankles?
ankles?
Well, this might,
Don't talk to
this
me.
Isn't my, this isn't my information to share, but Trevor has a huge dick. That's something that he likes to everyone. Small balls, but huge dick.
Yeah.
So that's our producer.
I would have guessed that probably.
Yeah. I did guess that.
Nice.
Incredible. What was I
Did
going
you ever
with?
read Sex at Dawn?
No.
They say that a large dick and a small balls is like proof that that your ancestors were non-monogamous, because it means that your dick basically is acting as a pump, and it's like pulling out a
plunger.
vacuum of the cum of the previous guy's dick and pushing it in further. And you're supposed to come once. If you have big balls and a little dick, that means that it's more of a harem situation.
What's harem mean?
Harem, like one dude and many females, so that you're just like coming in a bunch of
Okay.
times.
Should we all say what we are?
Yes.
Okay.
Small
What does that
balls
mean? What does that
means-
mean?
I have an extended refractory period.
Yeah.
What's refractory period?
Like he
mean?
can't come like right away again.
Oh, I can.
I cannot.
Can you?
I think I probably could more when I was younger, like most people.
Yeah.
How old are you?
Old enough.
Okay.
Is that's the bit I always do? It's annoying. 30.
Oh, okay.
And he's
Yeah.
31 and I'm 28, and we were all in high school together.
Yeah.
Senior,
What clicks would
junior,
be
freshman.
Were you in theater?
Yeah.
A little bit. I was in like one production and then a second production, but we were like in a musical that got canceled.
Like canceled?
Yeah, they
It was
read
called
all the
Hitler's
tweets.
birthday, and not
Yeah.
everybody thought it was funny.
No, I think they couldn't
God,
get like
that
a
sounds
music
like
director.
really good musical though.
Right,
Hitler's birthday. It's very much Alice in Wonderland, going back to that, and it's a tea party.
I want to ask you this though. Do you think that have you always been pee shy since a kid, or like I feel like
Yeah.
mine?
I was pee
you
shy
think-
since elementary school. I remember the moment I became pee shy.
It's because we're gay, right?
No.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
for me,
I think.
I want to say it actually is because me and Colton are gay.
Yeah, no,
That's
it-
pee shy.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
well, there could be different reasons for
No,
it.
there's only one.
That reason is because I'm gay.
I know, but I know straight guys who have been pee shy.
No.
Okay. Well, I guess they were all in the
I've
closet.
heard about them, but I don't think they exist.
Yeah.
No, I just remember a kid in elementary school. Like I was peeing at the urinal, and he like looked over and was just like, "Haha, you know, I see your penis" or something. It was some memory like that where I just felt like, "Ah, don't look at me," and suddenly it's
Yeah.
like
Oh.
Adam and Eve in the garden realizing that they're naked. I was like, "Oh no!" Like suddenly, and then
Yeah.
that anxiety just would happen every time I pee.
Can I suggest that
Sure.
even though that was a great narrative that you spun on, I think at that age he was probably saying the I see you pee, I cup thing. And then it to him he was like, yeah, I cup, I see you pee. And then you were like, no!
Yeah.
Wait, like that? What is that?
I see you, spell I cup. And then he's like, I see you pee. And then that little kid would just laugh in your face.
Oh, that didn't happen to me.
Yeah, neither did it to me, which is why I know it's because I'm gay.